Right, what I'm going to show you is how I make some of my bass lines and some different tricks and tips to get different results and possibly to help out. So what we'll do is we'll start with FM8, which so we've got a little MIDI part here. It sounds pretty shit. So all it is sine wave on F fed back into itself at 38, then an E is feeding into F at 20 with the 1+5 waveform, then that goes into X, which is your noise and saturator, and then X to your output here. With the noise it's on our cut-offs all the way up, and the amps on 76, and the saturator level 100. I think that's pretty much standard. And then on the master, it's just one voice on mono with a bit of portamento and a bit of digital. Nothing special. Right, first of all, we come to the effects chains. And so on the inserts, the first one is the M equalizer, which we've got a heavy boost around sort of 50, 59. There you go, and some at the tops. It seems a bit excessive to sort of boost up 12, 13, 14 dB around the low end, but it's because it will be going for a series of distortion, different effects, that I want the signal to be pretty harsh, and it will change rapidly when it hits distortion wherever you sort of put the EQ. So distortion, sausage fattener, it's simple, just turn up fatness to 12 o'clock and the colour to add a bit more brightness. Then a flanger. Nothing much, I think that's the default preset that it comes with the Vengeance flanger, just on 25%, so at the moment it sort of sounds like this. Alright, turn off the watch what happens when I move the EQs. So that explains that. So the flanger on, then comes filter bank, which is by far my favourite filter. You've got all them sort of filter types, which on this case we're using a notch with the Q sort of dragged up, and then on the second filter will be cone 1, and so on the routing you've gone filter 1 into 2, and obviously you can have different methods of how you route them in. On the LFO I've set that to move the cutoff of the cone filter, only sort of subtly, so with that on, that'll be Facebook. So with that on, sounds a bit more hollow. I've got a gate on afterwards because when you distort some more with that filter on, it brings out all this analog noise, which sounds like arse anyway, so I want to get rid of that. Then I route that into a group, which then has another load of effects on. So we've got yet another EQ, sort of bringing out the mids around 500. Don't even know if you can hear that. The Steinberg flanger. And another sausage fattener. So it's starting to twist up a bit more now, sort of bring out the tops and all the crunchy sort of elements going on because of the EQ abuse going into distortion and so on, so on. Then the Vengeance bit crusher. Bit of trash reverb with sort of the colour turned up, so I don't want no low end reverb coming in. Just sort of make some sort of space, and a compressor just to keep it a bit more tame. Right, and then what happens is obviously all that's going to group 1. I set another audio channel and just set the insert here to group 1, and then I record it all into one big block of audio. And then what happens there is I'll chop things up, maybe cut bits out, put them in samplers, maybe even put them through sort of Vari audio, sort of bouncing that, and try sort of straightening the pitch. Get some different tones, like so. And then obviously you can stretch things. And to sort of basically use your ears and sort of pick out artifacts and sounds and how the filters move in and twist in to sort of, like for example this section here I really like. So maybe see what that sounds like reversed. So yeah, you know, you can add them on different channels, add more effects on, more distortion, and sequence something that sounds a bit more, I won't say melodic, more of a pattern and rhythm. Should be. Let's chuck a kick and snare on. So yeah, hope that helps. A bit more of an insight to the whole dubcore, if you like, sort of sound, and just a bit more in depth and I think cooler. Enjoy. Cheers.